Welcome to Lee Pfund Stadium for today's CCIW matchup between the Wheaton Thunder and the Carthage College Firebirds. My name's Aaron Schellen, and Thunder in a bit of a skid right now, having lost 5 in a row. This is a team that was 5-2 and in first place in conference play a couple of weeks ago. A couple of losses to North Park, and then last weekend swept by the Elmhurst Blue Jays. Look to get right today against the Firebirds with David Levengood on the mound. David, 3-4 on the year, an ERA of 5.5. 44 innings worked on the season for the right-hander. 40 hits allowed, 34 strikeouts, 15 walks. Opponents are batting .244 against the junior from Pottstown, Pennsylvania. His last time out was a Friday night here at home against those Elmhurst Blue Jays. And Elmhurst had some success against him. David not quite as sharp in that game as he had been over the last couple of weeks. He went 5 innings in that one. Gave up 5 hits, 4 earned runs. He struck out 5 and walked 3. But his 3 previous starts, he was electric as he gave up just 4 earned runs in 21 innings of work. In his 3 previous starts, he was named to the D3 Team of the Week. He was the CCIW Pitcher of the Week going into that start against Elmhurst. So he looks to get right today against a Carthage lineup that's pretty good. They got a couple of big bats in their lineup, and they start with this big bat right here. This is Michael Ossenfort coming in, batting north of 400 at 406, as Levengood starts Ossenfort off with a breaking ball. High, ball 1, first pitch at 4:02 p.m. Game moved up a couple of hours due to some weather that is on its way in, and it's some nasty weather, so hopefully you're staying at home and enjoying Wheaton Thunder baseball on this Friday afternoon from Carroll Stream. The 1-1 from Levengood is a fastball low. Ossenfort 406, 8 home runs, 27 knocked in. Those 8 home runs lead the CCIW. And you'll look at a 2-1 here from Levengood. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Oh, and there goes Carthage's tablets going for a spin. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Levengood deals just a little high and outside. Count goes full, 3-2. Payoff pitch from David. A little outside and high with the fastball, so a leadoff walk issued to Ossenfort here, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Caden Meyer. We'll give you the rest of the Carthage lineup here in just a second. Meyer at an even 300, 4 home runs, 17 driven in. Xander Tubbs, the right fielder, will bat third. Joe Zulegger is the cleanup hitter, batting fourth. Eric Fugate Jr. bats fifth, plays first. Dylan Stone out in left field, hitting sixth. AJ Gesa bats seventh, does the catching. Paul Reedy bats eighth, plays third base. And Jimmy Herget will bat ninth and play center field against David Levengood. Michael Ossenfort over first, 2 for 2 this year in stolen bases. There's that breaking ball from Levengood dropped in, called strike 1. And that's the pitch he had so much success with in those 3 starts earlier in the month. And pitch dove down and away from righties, but would stay right on the outside corner. Meyer, that average up to 300. He's riding a 7-game hit streak right now, and he'll come up with a runner at first and nobody out. And David keeping a close eye on Ossenfort over at first base. And just want to give everybody a heads up. We got the rain coming in tonight, but tornado warnings in and around the Carroll Stream area. That ball's skied to left. Sean Dimitrovich battling the wind will make the grab for out number 1. Tornado warnings in effect here in the Carroll Stream area all afternoon. So if we have to tear things down quickly, just know that it may come without warning. You'll have video as we've got the camera still up there, but we will go audio silent if that's the case. Just didn't want anybody to be surprised if things got really quiet all of a sudden. First pitch, fastball. What a catch by Will Clegg. The throw over to first. Safe back at first is Austin Fort. Will Clegg showing off the leather, diving to his left and robbing Xander Tubbs of a base hit. 2 outs here in the first. Will known for his bat, but flashing the leather right there. 2 outs, runner at first now for Joe Zulager. Zulager at .354. 1 home run, 22 knocked in. We've already given you the extreme left side of the Wheaton defense. We'll give you the rest of it here. Clegg at third, Gill at short, Nathan Hedlund at second, Charlie Schofield at first, Dimitrovich in left, Braden Engel in center, Tyler Burr out in right, and Ryan Cartwright will do the catching. The 1-0 down and in on Zulager. 2 balls, no strikes. Zulager, 6 feet, 205-pound lefty out of Burlington, Wisconsin. The 2-0, the runner goes. Zulager swings through. The ball pops out of the hand of Ryan Cartwright. It's a stolen base for Michael Ossenford. He's at second with 2 outs and a 2-1 count on Zulager. Zulager with hits in 10 of his last 11. Leads the team in doubles with 11. And a look at a 2-1 from Levengood. Grounded to the right side. Schofield flips it to David, covers the bag, and that will retire the Firebirds. So a leadoff walk doesn't hurt Levengood. Half an inning in the books here at Lee Pfund. Firebirds nothing. Thunder coming up. Bottom of the first inning. Thunder will get their first looks here at Brendan Roberts, the right-handed starter. Roberts on the year, 2-3, 4.63 earned run average on the year, 46 innings, an innings eater is Roberts, 59 hits allowed. He struck out 45, walked just 16, the senior out of Somonauk. We'll take a look at Tyler Burr leading things off here in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Tyler. Can't catch up to the fastball. 0-1. Burr having a really nice season. 386 on the year with 18 runs knocked in. Tied for the team lead in extra base hits, or in doubles rather. Second on the team in hits. I'll take a fastball high and outside. 1-1. Roberts last time out was on the 11th against Illinois Wesleyan. He went 8 innings in that one, gave up 13 hits, 4 earned runs, struck out 5, walked a couple. 1-1 now. Fastball pumped over, called strike 2. Has given up 4 earned runs or more in 5 of his 7 starts. So he's out there a lot, gives up a lot of hits, minimizing the damage. The 1-2 now to Tyler. Fastball a little high. Burr this season, last time I did this, he struck out. So if he strikes out again, I'll take the blame for it. Just 4 strikeouts and 101 plate appearances for Tyler Burr this season. We'll look at a 2-2 from Roberts. Inside ball 3. Count goes full. Thunder try to snap a 5-game losing streak. Get back on the right side of things. Payoff pitch. High ball 4. So Tyler does a nice job working back from 1-2, draws a leadoff walk, and the Thunder have their leadoff man on here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Mason Dial, who's been moved up to the number 2 spot. We've seen Mason kind of in that 6 spot here this season, but up to number 2 today with really an offense that has struggled over the last couple of weeks, 1 through 9. Really since James Scott went down with the injury, the offense has struggled to string together big innings. See if they can do it here as Dial takes strike 1. Mason at 310, couple of home runs, 20 driven in. The wind today blowing out to left field from right to left at about 25 to 30 miles an hour right now. That's in on the hands. Dial gets hit on the left hand with that ball. Immediately drops the bat, and hopefully that's just a stinger, but immediately the trainer coming out to talk to Mason, Hannes Linkman out to take a look at the senior who missed all of last season with an injury and hitting the ball well this year, 310 with a couple of home runs, and he's down on one knee right now as the Thunder will put their first 2 on here in the first for Jack Gill when we get to that point. But right now, concern for the senior Dial. That left wrist, hopefully got it right off the meaty part of the hand. That's the hope. And it wasn't off the bone or anything like that, but Mason looks to be in some pain down there in the batter's box. So the rest of the Wheaton lineup looks like this. Jack Gill bats third, plays short. Will Clegg will bat cleanup and play third base. Charlie Schofield bats fifth, plays first. Braden Engel hits sixth out in center. Nathan Hedlund bats seventh, plays second. Sean Dimitrovich will bat eighth and play left. And Ryan Cartwright will do the catching, batting ninth. And yeah, they're looking at that left wrist of Mason Dial. Now Matt Husted out there looking at his senior as well. And discussion going on, and see what Mason chooses to do here. He's making a fist. Still looks to be in some discomfort, but he's going to come out of the game, I think. Yep, Dial's going to come out of the game here, getting hit by a pitch in the first inning. It's not what you want to see if you're the Thunder, already down James Scott. Can't afford to lose Mason for very long here down the stretch, as Michael Chang will come in as a pinch runner. So Chang down at first, replacing Dial. 2 on, nobody out here in the first for Gill. Jack at 385, team high 4 home runs, team high 28 knocked in. This is the guy you want up with runners in scoring position and some opposite field power. Not going to take much to get a ball out to left field right now. See if Jack can make it 3-0 with one swing. The first pitch from Roberts. Jack inside outs it down into the Thunder dugout, 0-1. Modest 3-game hit streak for Jack right now. 4 hits in his last 13 at-bats. Hit a 3-run homer in Game 1 against Elmhurst to put the Thunder up 3-1 after an inning. That was Levengood's last start. And you're thinking, all right, things look pretty good. David gave up a run in the first, got 3 back, but the rest of that game belonged to Elmhurst, and they would go on to sweep the series. 1 ball, 1 strike on Gill. Gill lines it to short. That gets through. Austin Ford into left field. Rounding third is Burr. He will score without a throw. And the Thunder jump on top here in the first inning. Let's see if that goes in the books as an RBI for Gill. Tyler Burr comes around to score. Chang stops at second. And it's 1-0. That is a hit, so an RBI single for Jack Gill. Jack's 29th run knocked in of the season. Now Will Clegg. Will at 328, 4 home runs, 23 knocked in. Really the only Thunder hitter who's been swinging a hot stick here over this 5-game skid. He'll take strike one. He's 7 for his last 13 at the plate. 3 straight multi-hit games for the sophomore Clegg. Tied for the team lead in home runs with 4. Third on the team in RBI, 23 runs knocked in and just 64 at-bats for Clegg. Another RBI opportunity here. The 0-1. Chops it foul quickly, 0-2. Clegg the sophomore from right here in Wheaton. You can hear that wind whipping through my microphone. 25 to 30 miles an hour blowing across the field, right field to left field, but fly ball to left will get out of here in a hurry. The 0-2 to Clegg. Will stays alive at 0-2. Defensively for Carthage, they've got Paul Reedy at third, Michael Austin-Ford at short, Caden Meyer at second, Eric Fugate at first, Dylan Stone in left, Jimmy Herget in center, Xander Tubbs out and right, and AJ Gesa doing the catching for Brendan Roberts. 0-2 on Clegg, 2 on, nobody out, bottom 1, Thunder up 1-0. 0-2, Will can't catch up with it. Held on to by Gesa for strike 3. 1 away in the inning now, Charlie Schofield, and Thunder really need this freshman to find his stroke. Charlie had his batting average up around 420 a couple of weeks ago. He's 0 for his last 11, though, at the plate here. So scuffling a bit for the first time really in his collegiate career. Was hitless against Elmhurst. And he'll take ball 1 down and in. Still at 369 on the year. No home runs, 25 knocked in. 10 doubles on the year for Charlie. He's got Chang at second, Gill at first. 1 away in the first. 1-0 now to Schofield. Liced foul, look out down there as Clegg almost gets hit by that line drive, has to dive out of the way. It's 1-1. Charlie, 38 hits and 103 at-bats here as a freshman, 10 doubles, 1 triple. The 1-1. That's hit to left. Stone races over, and he'll make the grab for out number 2. 2 outs now for Braden Engel. Another bat that the Thunder really need to get hot here down the stretch. Engel with hits in his first 6 games back from injury, but he has struggled lately. The sophomore, just 1 hit in his last 5 games. 1 for his last 14 at the dish. 229 on the year for Engel. Take ball 1 inside. No home runs, 4 RBIs for Braden. More than making up for the lack of hitting right now. Braden out in center field. Made a number of highlight reel catches this season. The 1-0 is right to the backstop, and both runners will advance. 2 in scoring position now in the first. So big at bat here for Engel. Up 2-0 in the count. He picked up a base hit here. Played a couple. A crooked number in the first. Take a little bit of pressure off of Levingood and the defense as the Thunder trying to snap this 5-game losing streak. 2 balls, no strikes now on Braden. Inside 3-0. Nathan Hedlund on deck. Braden, the team's leading returning hitter, hit over 300 last season as a freshman, missed about the first 15 games or so with an injury. 3 balls, no strikes on the Thunder center fielder. Roberts' pitch, right down the middle, 3-1. Chang at third, Gill at second, 2 outs in the first. Thunder with a run in. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch to Braden. High ball 4. Second walk of the inning, and that'll load the bases here in the first for Nathan Headland. Nathan, 240, has a home run, 12 knocked in, and he's had some big hits in these opportunities. 2 outs, runners in scoring position. He's had a couple of bases clearing doubles this season. See if he can pick up another one here. Bases full of Thunder with 2 outs in the first. Base hit back up the middle into left center field for Headland. That'll score at least 2. Engel hits third. He motors around. Nathan Headland again, a huge 2-out hit, clearing the bases. It's a 3-run double for Headland, and the Thunder are up 4-0 here in the first. Sharp line drive just past the glove of Ossenford. It's a 3-run double for Headland, and the Thunder are up by 4 here in the first. Now Sean Dimitrovich, big hit for Headland. He continues to come up big. That batting average sitting just at 240, but the senior has had some huge base hits with 2 outs this season, that one included. And now Sean Dimitrovich, Sean at 280, 12 runs knocked in. Headland at second now with 2 outs.
Up to it, number 28, Sean Dimitrovich.
Another bat struggling a little bit. Sean just 3 for his last 18 at the plate. He'll take ball 1 low. That was pitch number 24 for Roberts here in the first. Mentioned he's given up 4 runs or more in 5 of his 7 starts this year. Make it 6 out of 8. The Thunder touch him up for 4 in the first. 1-0 to Dimitrovich. Breaking ball over, called strike 1, 1-1. Sean, the sophomore from California, had a multi-hit game in that first game against Elmhurst, then went 0 for 6 in game 2. He'll swing over the top there, 1-2 now. The Thunder have taken advantage of some wildness from Roberts, 2 walks and a hit batter here in the inning. Now it's 1-2 with Headland at second. Roberts kicks and deals to third. Played there by Reedy. The throw across gets Dimitrovich by a step. The big 2-out bases clearing double by Nathan Headland sends us to the second. 4-0 Thunder. Thunder offense coming to life a little bit as they score 4 in the bottom of the first inning and give David Levingood some breathing room here. Thunder have only scored more than 4 runs twice in their last 5, so it's nice to see the offense get going here early. It's 1-0 on Eric Fugate. Fugate, the first baseman, will take a breaking ball over, called strike 1. Fugate at .317, couple of home runs 6 runs knocked in for the 6'5", 235-pound freshman. And he'll look at another strike, 0-2. The freshman out of Maine South. Niles. We'll look at a 1-2 now from Levingood, looking for strikeout number 1. David, the 1-2 fastball. He spikes it, 2-2. Only 12 pitches in that first inning from David. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Fugate just gets a piece of the breaking ball to stay alive. 2-2. 6-game hit streak for Fugate. He's driven in 4 runs in that time. And you look at a 2-2 from Levingood. Ground ball back to David off his glove, and that'll skip into center field for a leadoff base hit. So Fugate, now a 7-game hit streak. Leadoff man on here in the second for the Firebirds. And that'll bring up Dylan Stone, the left fielder. 260 on the year for Stone. No home runs, 15 knocked in. Sophomore out of Winfield. Left-handed hitting outfielder. First pitch from Levingood, misses outside, ball 1. Fugate, to this point, not a threat to run, hasn't attempted a stolen base this season. He's at first base with nobody out. Thunder up by 4 here in the second. Fastball a little high, 2-0. Levingood this season, 15 walks, 34 strikeouts in 44 innings. Start against Elmhurst. Kind of trouble in the second inning with his control as he walked the 7-8 hitters. Give a couple of runs that inning and hit a couple of batters, and the Thunder just couldn't put hitters away in that start. And Levingood's fallen behind Stone here, 3-0. Fastball over called, strike 1, 3-1. It'll be Stone, then A.J. Gesa, Paul Reedy, 6-7-8. 5-6-7-8 this inning. 3-1 now to Stone. Runner goes. Stone pops it up. The wind's going to push that back onto the Thunder dugout. It does. 3-2. Ball's thrown over the head of Levingood, and Nathan Hedlund will have to go retrieve it in shallow right field. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here, top 2. Thunder with just 4 more home games left after this one. Illinois Wesleyan, followed by a trio of games against the University of Chicago. The 3-2. Runner goes again. High ball 4. The first 2 reach here in the second. Second walk issued by David Levingood. That'll bring up A.J. Gesa, the number 7 hitter and catcher. Hitting an even 200, but playing his best baseball of the year. He's only 12 for 60 on the year, but he's 8 for his last 20. Quick math tells you that he started 4 for 40 at the plate. Has 3 home runs and 11 RBI. All 3 of those home runs have come in the last 6 games. Here he'll fly out on the first pitch to Sean Dimitrovich. 1 out for Paul Reedy. Reedy, the third baseman, 273. He has 3 home runs. This Carthage team second in CCIW play in home runs this year. They have 30. By comparison, the Thunder with 15. That's tied for 7th. First pitch to Reedy is that breaking ball, a slider, 0-1. Fugate at second, Stone at first. Dives down and away, 1-1. So again, we are expecting some weather tonight, and we might have to shut down unexpectedly here if those tornado warnings become real, as this is a bunt drop down the third base line. Clegg throws it wild. Everyone's going to be safe. Fugate will score. Over to third goes Stone, and it's an E5, and the Firebirds are on the board here in the second. For Will, that's his 8th error of the season. Got there in time. The throw was in time, just a little bit wild. Two on now, excuse me, with 1 out for Jimmy Herget, the center fielder. 4-1 here in the second. There is 1 out. Herget at 231, 6 runs driven in. 11 good in his first run allowed of the game. Herget, the center fielder, just 2 for his last 20 at the plate. Take fastball high, 1-0. The 1-0 now is low, blocked by Cartwright, 2-0. Top of the order, Michael Ossenfort on deck. Firebirds get a run on a single, a walk, and a throwing error. It's 2-0 on the number 9 hitter. Again over to first. Reedy back in safely. Reedy has 3 steals in 7 attempts. 27 stolen bases on the year for Carthage. 2 balls, no strikes. 11 good, the low set. And he deals and fools Herget there. A little bit of a late swing by the center fielder, and it's 2-1. The wind blowing straight out to left center field now, which is 365 to the alleyways. 330 down the lines, 395 to straightaway center. 11 good, paying a lot of attention to the base runner, Paul Reedy. Dylan Stone at third. He walked. 2 balls, 1 strike on Herget. Runner goes, and it's a base hit to left. Rounding second and holding is Reedy on the RBI single by Jimmy Herget. And Carthage back in this one. 4-2 now. Top of the order coming up. 2 on, 1 out for Michael Ossenfort. Ossenfort reached on a walk, stole second, was stranded in the first. Ossenfort has been red hot lately. He has 7 straight hits in 7 straight games, 6 straight multi-hit games. As he swings over the top, and he's batting .551 over his last 7. Comes up with 2 on, 1 out here in the second. Tying run at first with a 1 out. Reedy at second, Herget at first, the 0-1. And that hits Ossenfort between the 1 and the 7 on the shoulder blades. He'll go down to first base. And the bases are loaded. Reedy moves to third, Herget to second. They'll bring up Caden Meyer. And we will get a quick mound visit here with David Levengood struggling with the control a little bit again. 2 walks and a hit batter through an inning and a third for the righty. Big 3-game series here between Wheaton and Carthage. Wheaton comes in 12-16, Carthage 11-17. Thunder 5-7 in CCIW play. Carthage 4-8. Just a game behind the Thunder right now for 7th place in CCIW play. Thunder were 5-2 about 2 weeks ago, sitting in first place as they welcomed in North Park and lost 5 straight. So now Caden Meyer. Meyer's not grounded into a double play yet this year, in case you were wondering. He flew out to Dimitrovich in the first. David at 33 pitches so far. Only needed 12 to get through the first. Already thrown 20 here in the second. First pitch fastball is popped up to shallow right. Tyler Burr and Braden Engel makes the catch and fires it home. Good catch, good throw by Engel for out number 2. And that ball initially was headed towards shallow right, but the wind pushed it into center. And that'll bring up Xander Tubbs. And a big at bat here for David Levengood as he's given up two runs in the inning, one of them earned. And bases loaded for the number 3 hitter. If you can get out of this giving up just the 2, you feel pretty good about it, I think. Tubbs was robbed of a hit by Clegg in the first, and that slider misses outside. David wanted that one. Saw the head cocked to the right and was called a ball. Tubbs 7 home runs on the season. Tied for second in CCIW play, so Austin Fort and Tubbs have half of the 30 Firebird home runs, and he's in the Catbird seat right here, 2-0. No place to put him. Fastball high, 3-0. David's not missing by much. They say baseball is a game of inches. Those inches not going the way of Levengood right now. The 3-0. In there called strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Reedy at third, Herget at second, Austin Ford at first. 2 outs in the second. Thunder up 4-2. Levengood comes set, the 3-1. Chopped foul, so everyone will be off on this 3-2 pitch. See if Davey can pick up strikeout number 1 right here. He could use it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 outs in the second. Levengood set, payoff pitch from David, swing and a miss, and he gets Tubbs on strikes. The Firebirds leave them loaded here in the second. They do score a couple, cut the lead in half as we go to the bottom of 2. Bottom 2. Thunder with a 4-2 lead here as Carthage is able to score a couple off of David Levengood, but David striking out Xander Tubbs with the bases loaded here in the second. And now Ryan Cartwright will step in. The only Thunder player not to bat in that first inning as Wheaton sent 8 to the plate against Brendan Roberts in inning number 1. First pitch to Cartwright is inside out over to the second baseman, Caden Meyer. Makes the catch, 1 pitch, 1 out here in the second. Now Tyler Burr. Tyler walked and scored in the first inning, and looks like we've got Chris Lynham in the on-deck circle. That's Mason Dial's spot, but Mason was hit by a pitch in the first, and he comes out of the game. So now Tyler Burr will take ball 1. RBI single from Jack Gill, and then a 2-out bases-clearing double from Nathan Headland. Gave the Thunder 4 in the first, and 1 out here in the second, top of the order. Misses. 2-0. Carthage called the ball last inning, and as long as it's called the ball all game, that is fine. 2 balls, no strikes on Burr. Tyler hits in 22 of 26 games this season. 3-0. Freshman has had a lot of success so far this season for the Thunder. Out of the leadoff spot, 12 of those games have been multi-hit games as he came in hitting almost 390. 3-0 right down Broadway, 3-1. Missed a little bit of time with an injury. Got injured in the North Central series, then missed the 2-game series against North Park. Was back against Elmhurst. Now the 3-1. Line drive, fair into the left field corner. Burr will coast into second with a 1-out double. Tyler taking the ball the other way, lining it down the left field line. His 11th double of the season, and the Thunder have a 1-out base runner for Chris Lynham. Chris Lynham will pinch hit here in the second. Mason hit by a pitch, was replaced by Michael Chang. And now Lynham.
For Wheaton, number 47, Chris Lynham.
254 for Chris, 1 home run, 15 knocked in for the junior. Hasn't had a hit since March 28th against Augustana. It's 0 for 9 in that stretch. Swings at the first pitch. The wind trying to blow that back into the field of play, and I think it will. Catch is made in foul territory by Fugate for out number 2. 2 away for Jack Gill. Gill singled to left last inning. See if he can pick up Burr from second with 2 outs. Jack with a 4-game hit streak with that single in the first. Challenged with smoke, and Roberts throws it past him, 0-1. Gill came in at 385, just a percentage point behind Tyler Burr. They're both 1 for 1. Jack 9th in conference play and batting average with that 385 mark. 11th in hits. It's 14 multi-hit games this season, the sophomore. Come into his own. Just tremendous numbers for Jack this season. He'll take it low. Last season, Gill hit 284, but with limited power, 7 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs. He's almost doubled his slugging percentage from last year to this season. 1-1, fouled out of play. You look at his numbers from last year. At 284, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 342 slugging, 335 on base percentage. This year, 385, 28 runs knocked in 28 games. The slugging percentage is up 300 points exactly, up to 642. He's put about 150 points on his OBP. He is a threat. That's off the glove of Roberts into center field for a base hit. So when things are going well, they're going well. Jack Gill is 2 for 2 with 2 RBI as Tyler Burr touches home plate, makes it 5-2. It's now 30 RBI on the season for Gill in his 29th game. And that'll bring up Will Clegg now with a runner at first and 2 outs. Jack just 1 steal this year. Will struck out his first time up. First pitch swinging, hits it pretty well out to right field. Tubbs, though, now comes in, makes the catch. That'll do it for the Thunder in the second. A run on 2 hits, a runner left on. 2 complete. 5-2, Wheaton.
Firebirds, number 11.
Third inning here at Lee Pfund. Thunder with a 5-2 lead. 5 runs, 4 hits, and an error for Wheaton. 2-2-0 for the Carthage Firebirds. They sent 8 to the plate last inning against David Levingood. Loaded the bases with 2 outs. David was able to strike out Xander Tubbs to get out of it. And he'll look at Joe Zuleger, Eric Fugate, and Dylan Stone. That's 4, 5, 6 for Carthage in the third. Zuleger grounded out first baseman pitcher covering to end the first. And he'll challenge Zuleger with a belt-high fastball, 1-1. 39 pitches through 2 innings for David. 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 earned run through his 2. The 1-1. That one catches the outside corner, 1-2 now. Zuleger, the senior from Burlington, Wisconsin. The 1-2 from Levingood. Fastball down and in, 2-2. Bottom of the order, doing the damage against Levingood. The top 4 hitters in the lineup, 0 for 5. Ground ball hit to second. Couple of hops to Headland for out number 1. Levingood is settled down after he hit Austinfort to load the bases. He's able to get Caden Meyer to fly out, struck out Xander Tubbs. Now Zuleger grounds out. That's 3 in a row retired by David. Now Eric Fugate grounded a ball back up the middle off of David's glove into center field, leading off the second. Misses ball 1. Fugate a 7-game hit streak with his single last inning. Up and in, 2-0. Well, if you're Levingood, obviously looking for a 0 here. Your team got you 4 in the first, 1 in the second. Trying to keep the Firebirds off the board here in the third. 2-0 up and in, 3 balls, no strikes. 44 pitches for David, 22 strikes. So he's been a little bit wild today. And he misses. Walks Fugate on 4 pitches. Third walk for David Levingood. It's a 1-out base runner for Carthage. Now Dylan Stone.
Number 9, Dylan Stone.
Stone walked and scored in the second. Last inning could very easily have been a donut. Not for a fielding error or a throwing error in inning 2. First pitch to Stone is inside outed, foul down the third baseline. Stone walked and scored in the second. 5-game hit streak, but he is just 5 for his last 40 at the plate. Was an 0 for 21 stretch before his most recent 5-game hit streak. Ground ball to second. Headland to Gill. The relay to first is high, so Stone will reach on the fielder's choice. Ball just not hit hard enough to turn 2, but to get the lead runner, there are 2 outs now for AJ Gesa. Talked about Gesa's numbers a little bit in his last at-bat. Just 12 for 60 coming into play today, but 8 for his last 20 at the plate. So he has been hot lately with some power. All 3 of his home runs and 11 of his 13 runs knocked in have come in his last 6 games. Gesa, the senior from St. Charles East. Look at an 0-1 from Levingood. Trying to work around the 1-out walk. His 3rd free pass of the game. Gesa has homered in 2 of his last 3. On the 16th, homered against Carroll, and then back on the 12th against Illinois Wesleyan. Hammered foul by Gesa. Had just 1 hit in his first 9 games of the season, but has figured it out lately. He's down in the count here, 0-2. Levingood trying to throw up a 0. The 0-2 from the right-hander. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away in the third. Thunder up 5-2. Long hold from David, gets the sign from Cartwright. The 1-2, nope, over to first. Stone back in safely. Dylan 2 steals and 3 attempts this season. Now the 1-2 from Levingood. Fastball called, strike 3, paints the black. Levingood picks up his second strikeout of the game. Runner stranded, bottom 3 coming up 5-2, Thunder. Bottom 3, Thunder with a 5-2 lead. So David Levingood, not super sharp. He's walked 3 through 3, but he's only given up a couple of hits. He has a couple of strikeouts. He's stranded 5 through 3, and that's what good pitchers do, right? When they don't have their best stuff, they find a way to grind through it, and that's what David has done here so far today. Charlie Schofield will lead it off for the Thunder in the bottom of the third. First pitch swinging, Charlie fouls it off. Schofield now 0 for his last 12. He flew out to left in inning number 1. That average at about 370 for Charlie, even with his 0 for 12. Shows you the kind of year he's had so far. He'll take that low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6'1", 220-pound freshman out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Look at a 1-1 from Brendan Roberts. Ground ball. Nice stop there by Meyer. The throw gets Schofield by a step. Nice play by Caden Meyer up the middle, robbing Charlie Schofield of a base hits. 1 out in the third inning. Now Braden Engel. Braden walked and scored in the first. Thunder scored 4 times in that first inning. The big hit, a Nathan Headland bases clearing double. First pitch fastball inside, ball 1. Braden this season now 11 walks, just 8 strikeouts. That average at 229, but an on-base percentage of over 460 in 35 at-bats. Pops that straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's 8 for 35 at the plate. A couple of doubles, a triple. One ball, 1 strike. Fastball misses a little in, 2-1. Roberts so far 2 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs. They're all earned. He's walked a couple, has 1 strikeout. 2-1, another pitch inside. 3-1 on Engel. Braden with a lot of speed as well. Somebody like getting on base. Thunder don't run a ton, just 30 stolen bases and 42 attempts. But Braden's one of those guys who will go if he gets on and has an opportunity. 3-1 pitch is on the outside corner, called strike 2. Roberts about to make pitch number 47 here with 1 out in the third. Be a payoff pitch to Braden Engel. Hard hit right to second, though. Meyer, easier play this time. Couple of 4-3 putouts here in the third inning. 2 outs now for Hedlund. Nathan picked up RBI 13, 14, and 15 with his 3-run double in the first. His 7th double of the season to go along with a triple and a home run. First pitch fastball high. Finally got some warm weather here for a baseball game, and we're going to have severe thunderstorms this evening. Potential tornado watch in effect here in Carroll Stream, 2-0. So again, if we all of a sudden go audio silent, that is why. So just be aware. 2 balls, no strikes on Hedlund. It's fouled to the right. Went pushing it back, but that'll land out of play. 2-1 on the Thunder second baseman. Hedlund, the senior out of Grand Rapids. That's driven out to right center field. Xander Tubbs races over. He won't get it. That'll bounce off the wall. Hedlund hits second. He's thinking 3. Nathan makes the turn, and he's into third with a 2-out triple. Nathan Hedlund gave that one a ride out to right center field. And the Thunder have a runner at third base with 2 outs. Sean Dimitrovich. Hedlund's seen his average increase every year. He was 186 as a sophomore, 218 last year, and now with his 2 for 2 today, that average back up over 250. That'll be Sean Dimitrovich with a runner at third and 2 outs. 5th hit of the game for the Thunder. Dimitrovich off the hands, fouls it back. Ooh, that caught a car clean behind us. It's the risk you take when you park here at Lee Pfund. No balls, 1 strike on Sean. Dimitrovich came in at 280. That ball's hit pretty well out to right center field, but settling underneath it in center is Herget. He'll make a catch. So the Thunder strand a runner at third in the third. We go to the fourth, still 5-2. Top of the fourth inning. Thunder with a 5-2 lead. David Levingood so far, 3 innings of work. He's thrown 51 pitches, a couple of hits, couple of runs, just 1 earned. He's walked 3, struck out 2. And he'll face Reedy, Herget, and Ossenfort. That's 8-9-1 for the Carthage College Firebirds here in the 4th. David is now coming into this game. Levingood has gone at least 5 innings in 5 straight starts and 6 out of 8 this year. 1-1 squaring to bunt. Bunting at foul is Reedy. He reached on the throwing error by Will Clegg back in the 2nd. The 1-2. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Levingood with a couple of strikeouts, looking for his 3rd right here. It's a ground ball foul. Hasn't given up a hit since there was 1 out in the 2nd. He's retired 5 of the last 6 he's faced. Has Reedy in a 2-2 count. Skied to center, but that's Braden Engel territory. He'll camp underneath it, make the catch. In front of 395 for out number 1. Jimmy Herget now, the center fielder.
Number 1, Jimmy.
The saying is 75% of the world is covered by water, the other 25% by Braden Engel. 1 away in the 4th for Herget. And an RBI single his first time up, line to base hit to left. Clegg even with the grass at 3rd, everybody else deep for Jimmy Herget. He'll chop it to Clegg. Will with a nice high hop. Throw a little bit low, but Schofield over to grab it. 2 quick outs here in the 4th. And that's something David could use, is a quick inning. He was at 51 pitches through 3. It was really that 2nd inning. He only threw 12 pitches in the 1st, only threw 12 pitches in the 3rd, but he threw 27 in that 2nd. 2 outs for Ossenfort. No official at bats from Michael yet. A walk and a hit by pitch. Ground that foul, nothing in 1. I have a lot of connections with this Carthage program. My time with the Chicago Dogs. I've seen Bryce Sham, who was on our roster last season, one of the best pitchers that this Carthage team has had. There's a base hit to center for Ossenfort with 2 outs. Bryce, a member of last year's Dogs team, will be a part of the team this year. Last year, Jacob DeLabio was coming out of our bullpen, listed as one of Carthage's assistant coaches, the hard-throwing right-hander. Owen Reith, former Dogs coach, one of my favorite people in the world. Owen played here at Carthage, and then last season our track man, intern, I guess you could call him, Troy Saranovich, also went to Carthage. So I have a lot of connections with this Firebirds team, but I'm the blue and orange of Thunder, right, of the Wheaton Thunder here this afternoon. First pitch, swing and a miss by Meyer, 0-1. Meyer 0 for 2, couple of flyouts. That wind continuing to just howl out towards left. Missing outside, the throw down to first by Cartwright is scooped up by Schofield on a bounce. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning. Ossenfort's been on base 3 times now. Now has an 8-game hit streak. Has a stolen base as well. Stole 2nd back in the 1st. Was stranded there. One off the end of the bat, rolled the other way. Headland quickly bobbles it, unable to play it cleanly. Cade Meyer will reach. Should be an E4. He'll fielding errors don't come back to hurt the Thunder here, as that's going to go in the books as a hit. So an infield single for Meyer.
Heading for Carthage, number
Xander Tubbs. Austin Fort to second with 2 outs. Tubbs 0 for 2. Line out and a strikeout. Started out 2 outs, nobody on, but the last 2 hitters have reached. And now Tubbs, the potential tying run here in the 4th. Evan Good starts him off with called the ball. Looked like a pretty good pitch. Maybe a little up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. That one dives down and away. 2-0. Last time Tubbs came up, he was up in the count 3-0 with the bases loaded and 2 outs, and Levingood was able to come back and strike him out. He's falling behind 2-0 here. This one's fouled over my head, 2-1. Levingood about to make pitch number 67. It's grounded to short. Gill double clutches, but still gets it over to first in time to retire Tubbs. So a couple hits, couple stranded runners sends us to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom 4, Thunder with a 5-2 lead. David Levingood has limited the damage. He's put base runners on in every inning, but Carthage has stranded 7 through 4, and his offense has given him some run support here today. They're up 5-2, bottom 4. It'll be Ryan Cartwright, Tyler Burr, and Chris Lynham here in the 4th inning against Brendan Roberts. Cartwright popped out to second his first time up. Ryan won for his last 11 at the plate. Prior to that 1 for 11, though, he had a 4-game hit streak, had 7 hits, 4 extra base hits in that time. Swinging the bat pretty well, taking the ball the other way. 1-0 misses outside, 2-0. Roberts threw 3 innings. He's thrown 53 pitches, 5 hits, 5 runs. They're all earned. A couple of walks and a strikeout for the righty. It'll make it 2-0 to Cartwright. Misses downstairs, 3-0. 6'1", 210-pound right-hander. He's fallen behind the number 9 hitter, 3-0. Cartwright getting green lighted on 3-0, and he lines a base hit into center field. Kept the hands back and lined it back up the box. 6th hit of the game for the Thunder. Gonna bring up Tyler Burr. Burr 1 for 1 today with a double, a walk, and 2 runs scored out of the leadoff spot. Paul Reedy on the grass at 3rd for Tyler. Burr fouls it back, 0-1. Burr with a hit, a walk, 2 runs scored. Jack Gill, 2 hits, 2 RBI. Nathan Henland, a double, a triple, 3 runs knocked in. Your offensive stars for the Thunder so far here today. The 0-1 now to Burr. Inside, that hit him. It did. Got him off the elbow pad. So Burr reaches for a 3rd time in 4 innings, and the Thunder put their first 2 on here in the 4th. And they'll bring up Chris Lynham. See if Matt asks Chris to bunt. Lynham without a sacrifice hit this season. Thunder with only 5 sack bunts all season, so we'll see if they ask him to bunt here or if they let the righty swing away. 1 home run on the season for Chris, 4 doubles, a triple. Carthage, I think, expecting a bunt. Corners are in. First pitch, Lynham does square, gets it down, bunted it back to Roberts. The throw to third is dropped by the third baseman, so everyone will be safe as Lynham will reach on a fielder's choice. Not sure why you go to third base there if you're Brendan Roberts, but he does, and now the bases are loaded for Jack Gill. It's the guy you want up with the bases loaded. Gill already 2 for 2 today with a couple of singles and a couple of runs knocked in. RBI 29 and 30 on the year for Gill. Base hit to left, base hit to center. Find a gap, break this one open in the 4th. First pitch to Gill is lined foul. I talked about Roberts giving up 4 runs or more in 5 of his 7 starts. He hasn't given up more than 5. This is tied for his season high. The 0-1. Gill out to right. That's down for a base hit. That bounces up over the head of Tubbs. That will plate a couple. It's a 2-run single for Jack Gill. He's working on a 4 RBI day as the Thunder score 2 more, and they're up 7-2. Good base running by Burr. Saw that ball was going to land. Jack Gill with a 3-hit, 4 RBI game. And now Will Clegg, who's 0 for 2. Runners on first and second, nobody out in the 4th. They ask Will to bunt. It's high, ball 1. Burt actually did not score. I saw him round 3rd. I thought he came home, so he's at 3rd now. It's a 3-run inning as scoreboard says 2 runs came in, but only 1 have come in. So it's Burr at 3rd, Lynham at 2nd, Gill at 1st, and a 1-0 count on Will Clegg. And we got a meeting at the mound here. Scoreboard here is wrong score, wrong inning, but they're working on it. It says top of the 6th. We're in the 4th. I thought Tyler scored as well. Saw him round 3rd. Thought he was going to score easily. He stayed at 3rd. That ball bounced up on Xander Tubbs out in right field. Tyler was coming home without a problem, but he holds up at 3rd base with nobody out. And a big bat at the plate. So 3 hits, 3 RBI for Jack Gill, 2 hits, 3 RBI for Nathan Henland. And now it's 8-2. Thunder in the bottom of the 6th. We're working through some issues here. They'll get it sorted out, I'm sure. 1 ball, no strikes on Clegg. 6-2 Thunder lead. The 1-0 from Roberts to Will. Clegg pops it foul out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 is the count. Clegg 0 for 2, strikeout and a flyout. Downstairs, 2-0. Two balls, 1 strike on the Thunder third baseman. Roberts is set, and he comes home with the 2-1. Clegg gets hit by a pitch. That'll drive in a run. It's an RBI for Will the painful way. Now Tyler will score, and now it is 72. 7-2.
We appreciate your patience. Thank you.
Base is still loaded, nobody out for Charlie Schofield, and now would be a great time for Charlie to snap this 0 for 13. Bases loaded, nobody out. Thunder up 7-2 here in the second, in the fourth rather, excuse me. Second hit batter of the inning. 1-0 to Charlie is called strike one. One ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way to Schofield, misses low. 1-1. Line him at third, Gill at second, Clegg at first. 1-0 to Schofield. 1-1 to Schofield, rather. Inside 2-1. Fly out and a ground out for Charlie so far today. He's got the bases loaded here in a 2-1 count. Roberts misses outside. And if you're Charlie, you're looking for a specific pitch right here. If you get anything else, lay off. But see if you can get something to drive on 3-1. Wind blown out to left. Schofield is a threat the opposite way, so maybe picks up his first collegiate home run right here. The 3-1. Nope, he'll take ball 4, and that will drive in a run. Good at bat for Charlie Schofield. Another run comes home as Chris Lynham will touch home plate. It's a 3-run fourth, and it's 8-2. Base is still loaded. Now Braden Engel.
Number 14, Braden Engel.
All this has happened on 16 pitches. Roberts hasn't thrown a lot of pitches this inning, but he has faced now 6. This is the 7th hitter in the inning. First pitch to Braden is grounded to first, coming home with it. And that'll be the first out of the inning as Fugate retires Jack Gill on the 3-2 putout. Everybody else moves up 90 feet. 1 out now for Headland. This is Nathan's specialty. Bases loaded. Has a double and a triple today. First pitch. Off speed pitch. Headland swings over the top of it. 0-1. Nathan with his 7th double of the year in the first, his 2nd triple of the year in the third. Either one of those right now would be awesome. 0-1. Swings and misses. At a pitch down and away. 0-2 now on Headland. Sean Dimitrovich on deck. Headland the 8th man bat here in the inning. The 0-2 now. Good block by Gesa. And it's 1-2. So 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 so far here in the third. One ball, 2 strikes on Headland. Another ball bounced and another good block by Gesa. That's 2 in a row. Run could have easily come across, but Gesa does a good job getting the glove down. And the count's even at 2. And we got the scoreboard accurate here at Lee Pfund. 8 runs, 7 hits, and an error for Wheaton. 2-4-0 for Carthage. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Nathan Headland. Headland stays alive as he loops it to the right and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the 4th. Clegg at third, Schofield at second, Engel at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Headland. Roberts' pitch. Called, strike 3. Fastball at the knees. Headland down on strike. Second strikeout of the game for Roberts. Bases loaded, 2 outs now for Dimitrovic. Sean 0 for 2. He's the 9th man to hit in the 4th. Good conversation between Sean and 13th year head coach Matt Husted. Sean 5 doubles in his 21 hits this year. Came in 21 for 75 on the season, the sophomore. Last season was 6 for 29 at the plate. First pitch. Inside, it got him. Hit him on the elbow pad, and that will drive home another run. The 3rd hit by pitch of the inning. And it's another RBI for the Thunder as Clegg comes home to score. Schofield moves to 3rd, Engel to 2nd, and the Thunder have batted around here in the 4th inning. That'll be Ryan Cartwright. Got us started. He swung 3-0. I think we're going to have a pitching change here. We will. That'll do it for Brendan Roberts with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. This is Luke Wagner on the mound. The 6'5" junior out of Naperville is making his 7th appearance of the season. He's 2-3 on the year. 22 hits, 12 walks, 16 strikeouts in 20 innings of work. His last time out was on the 9th against Lakeland. 3 hits, 3 earned runs in 4 innings of work. He'll face Ryan Cartwright with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Ball 1 high. Brendan Roberts, 3 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 9 runs. They're all earned so far. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. He's responsible for Schofield, Engel, and Dimitrovic. He also hit 4 batters in the game. 3 walks, 4 hit batters, and 7 hits in 3 2/3 innings as Cartwright takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Ryan 1 for 2 today. He singled to center on a 3-0 pitch to start off the 4th. 10th man to hit here in the inning. 1-1 with the wind. Gusting. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Cartwright. Ryan with a home run this season. It's an inside the park home run. ball, 2 strikes. Wagner trying to leave him loaded. And he does. Throws the high fastball past Cartwright. That'll do it for the 4th as the Thunder bat around and go to the 5th, up 9-2.
Zulager.
Top of the 5th. David Levingood, 66 pitches through 4. Now with a touchdown lead here in the 5th. First pitch to Joe Zulager is high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Missing outside, 2-0. Levingood, 66 pitches through 4. 4 hits, 2 runs, just one of them earned. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Falling behind Zulager here, 3-0. Zulager 0 for 2, couple of groundouts. And Levingood will drop a curveball over on 3-0. It's 3-1. Fastball foul to the left. So Levingood battles back from 3-0. Counts full, 3-2. Payoff, down and in. Zulager swings over the top. 3rd strikeout for Levingood. Battles back from 3-0 to strike out Zulager for out number 1.
Number 27, Eric Fugate Jr.
Now Eric Fugate Jr. is 1 for 1, a single and a walk for the first baseman. First pitch fastball over strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Goes with the breaking ball, stays outside, 1-1. So Brendan Roberts, 3 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 9 runs. They were all earned. He walked 3, struck out 2 through 81 pitches. 48 of them were strikes. And it's 3-1. So Levingood fell behind Zulager 3-0 before battling back. He's fallen behind Fugate here 3-1. And he walks him. 4th walk issued by Levengood. Second time he's walked Fugate. One out base runner for Carthage. They'll bring up Dylan Stone, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Win today would improve the Thunder to 6-7 in CCIW play. Down and in ball one. 6-7 would tie them with Carroll for 6th place, with Carroll next up on the schedule as well. So a chance to crawl back into the upper half of the CCIW schedule, as they've got Carthage, Carroll, and Illinois Wesleyan left on the schedule. 1 strike on Stone. Fastball grounded to Headland at second. Nathan gobbles it up. His only play is to first, and he'll retire Stone. Down to second goes Fugate. Nice play there by Nathan, sliding to his left, gathering and flipping out the base runner. 2 outs now for Gesa. AJ Gesa 0 for 2, a flyout and a backwards K. That was pitch number 80 for Levengood through 4 2/3. So probably a bullpen game the rest of the way, or at least the final innings. In that start where David was named the CCIW Pitcher of the Week and named to the D3 Team of the Week, he threw 107 pitches in a 7 2/3 innings. So still probably some gas left in that arm if they need him to go back out there for the 6th. The 0-1. It's chopped foul. You're always looking at that pitcher in the first game of the series to go deep. The doubleheader scheduled tomorrow. You want to get as many innings out of your starting pitcher as you can. No balls, 2 strikes now on Gesa. Levengood with 3 Ks to go along with 4 walks. That one's high for a ball, 1 2. Diving down and away. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 5th. Runner at second, 2 outs. Thunder up by 7. The 2-2. That's driven pretty well out to right center, but Braden Engel will call off Tyler Burr, make the grab, and that'll do it for Carthage in the top of the 5th. Halfway home, Thunder up by 7. Bottom of the 5th. Thunder up 9-2, looking to snap a 5-game skid A couple of big crooked numbers for Wheaton in 3 2/3 innings against Brendan Roberts. 7 hits, 9 earned runs against Roberts. Wheaton scored 4 in the first, 4 in the fourth. And they'll face Luke Wagner here in the fifth. Top of the order, Burr, Lynham, and Gill for Wheaton. Tyler's been on base 3 times today. A double, a walk, a hit by pitch. He scored 3 times. Hits now in 23 of the 27 games that Burr has played in this season. Oh, 1 bounced. 1 ball, 1 strike as Wagner loses his hat. That wind continuing to gust out towards left and left center field. One ball, 1 strike on the Thunder leadoff hitter. Fastball high, and again, Wagner loses his hat. Needs a smaller size. 2-1. Burr checks his swinging for a 3rd straight pitch. Wagner's got to pick up the dome. 3 balls, 1 strike. Burr looking to reach for a 4th time in 5 innings so far, if he can get on base here. It's 3-1. And he'll take strike 2. We might need a stapler or something. I got some tape right here. Just tape it to his head. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Tyler Burr. Wagner gets the sign he wants. The righty kicks and deals, and it's high ball 4. So Burr does reach for a 4th time today. First walk issued by Wagner. The 4th issued by Carthage pitching, and now Chris Lynham. Chris 0 for 2. Popped out to first in foul territory, and then last time up tried to drop a bunt down with runners on first and second, and Brendan Roberts tried to go to third to get the lead runner. Runner was safe. He reached on a fielder's choice, came in to score. That's ball 1. Chris looking for his first hit in about 3 weeks. Love to see him pick it up right here. Junior from Huntsville, Alabama. His last hit came against Augustana back on the 28th, game 1 of the doubleheader. That was that wild one, the 18-17 11-inning game that the Thunder would lose. The season started off so promisingly for Wheaton, and they still got plenty of time left to get back into it. But 5-2, sitting in first place. 5-game losing streak has knocked him to 5-7 and back into the middle of the pack in the CCIW. And it's a crammed middle of the pack. Elmhurst 3-6, Carthage 4-8, Wheaton 5-7, Carroll 6-7, Illinois Wesleyan 5-5. 1 ball, 1 strike on Lynham. The breaking ball dropped over, called strike 2. This was Mason Dial's spot in the batting order. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning, had to come out of the game, hit on that front wrist. One of 4 hit batters in the game. Lynham was hit, Burr was hit, Clegg was hit, and Dimitrovich were hit. Those last 3, Burr, Clegg, and Dimitrovich, all last inning. And the 1-2 now. Little high, little outside. 2-2. Sun is gone. Clouds are moving in. Rain's supposed to start around 9 o'clock. The bad rain. 2-2 now to Lynham. Off the end of the bat, Chris stays alive. Jack Gill on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the designated hitter here, Chris Lynham. And he's a little tied up. Line him down on strikes. Second K for Wagner, 1 out in the inning. Now Jack Gill. Jack's working on a day, 3 for 3, 3 RBI.
Heading for the Thunder, number 32, Jack Gill.
Takes ball one. Came in at 385. He's got to think that average back close to the 400 mark with his 3 for 3 today. Back up the middle, give him a 4-hit day, and we're only in the 5th inning. Jack Gill, 4 for 4 with 4 singles on the afternoon, and the Thunder put 2 on with 1 out for Will Clegg. Will picked up an ouch RBI last inning, was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, drove in his 24th run of the season. He's 0 for 2 otherwise, a strikeout and a flyout. 8th hit of the game for Wheaton, 4 of them for their shortstop. Clegg pops it up. That'll land foul, 0-1. 4 home runs on the season for Clegg, tied with Jack Gill for the team high. His 23 RBI, or 24 RBI now, are good for 3rd behind Gill and Schofield. Misses inside, 1-1. Schofield on deck, and Braden Engel if it gets that far. One. That's pumped in for strike 2. 1-2 on Clegg. Burr at second, Gill at first. 1 out in the 5th. And a 1-2 on the Thunder cleanup hitter. Will Clegg came in 7 for 13 at the plate over his last 3 games. Ball will skip away as Burr got a huge secondary lead. He was halfway to 3rd before scampering back. 2-2. Will with 4 multi-hit games over his last 6. Batting cleanup today. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Clegg in the air to right. Tubbs is back in front of the wall. He'll make the grab. Moving to 3rd is Burr. Will gave it a ride. Just hit it to the wrong part of the outfield. Hits to left. It's a 3-run homer. The way the wind's blowing right now. Instead, it's a fly out to right. Clegg's 0 for 3. Runs at the corners, 2 outs for Charlie Schofield. Charlie drew a bases loaded walk his last time up. Come up with runners at the corners. 2 outs in the 5th. Wheaton stranded 6 through 4 so far, but Carthage has stranded 8. Stranded a base runner in every inning. First pitch to Schofield. Below the knees, ball 1. Schofield to left. Stone over in front of the 330 sign will make the grab. And the Thunder are retired. No runs, a hit, 2 left on. We go to the 6th. Thunder up 9-2. David Levengood continues on. 85 pitches for the right-hander. He's into the 6th. And he'll face 8-9-1 for the Firebirds here in the 6th. Paul Reedy, Jimmy Herget, and Michael Ossenfort. Reedy 0 for 2. Reached on an error and popped out to center. Thunder up by a touchdown here in the 6th. First pitch swinging. It's a swinging bunt. And won't be in time as Reedy will beat it out. Couldn't have rolled that up the third base line any better. Reedy reaches on an infield single. 5th hit of the game off Levengood. And the leadoff man reaches for just the 3rd time today. Now Jimmy Herget. Herget 1 for 2 with an RBI. He singled to left in the 2nd. Grounded out to Will Clegg his last time up. First pitch fastball misses, ball 1. David 85 pitches coming into the inning. 46 were strikes. Make a 1-1 here to the number 9 hitter. Herget takes the high fastball and hooks it foul down the left field line out of play. That RBI for Herget back in the 2nd was his 7th of the year. Still looking for his 2nd extra base hit, has 1 double this season. The 1-1. Nope, over to first. So Jack Gill 4 hits, 3 RBI. Nathan Hedlund a double, a triple. He has 3 RBI. Clegg, Schofield, Dimitrovich have driven in the other runs for Wheaton. 1-1. Can't catch up to the fastball, 1 and 2. Levengood 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. Through 5+. Looking for strikeout number 4 right here of Herget. Has struck out 29 times this season in 104 at-bats. Sophomore out of Mokina, to Lincoln Way, Central, the 1-2. Nope, back over to first. Reedy 3 steals and 7 attempts. Herget's the one you really got to be careful of. He has 10 steals and 11 attempts this season. Levengood trying to retire him right here on 1-2. A little bit low, 2-2. Good pitch on 1-2 though. 2-2 from Levengood. Holding up is Herget, and it's 3-2. Count's gone full. Was 0-2, now it's 3-2. Fastball popped up. Is the wind going to keep that in the field of play? I think it will. It will, as Charlie Schofield will make the grab for out number 1. That wind really pushing everything back towards left field. 1 out here in the 6th for Michael Ossenfort.
For the Firebirds, number 17, Michael Ossenfort.
He's been on base 3 times today. A walk, a hit by pitch, and last time up singled to center. Has 6 straight multi-hit games. Fouls the first pitch straight back. 0-1. Middle infield double play depth. Pinching that second base bag. Gill and Hedlund looking to turn 2. Fastball high, Cartwright down to first for a 2nd time today. And Schofield has to play it on a short hop. 1-1. Ossenfort came in at 406 on the year. 1 for 1 today. That 1 hit was his 40th of the season. That's a good pitch from Levengood, 1-2. 40 hits and 97 at-bats for Ossenfort this year to go along with 8 home runs, 10 doubles. Comes up with a runner at first and 1 out and a 1-2 count. David looking for strikeout number 4. The 1-2 fastball just misses. Cartwright tries to pull it back. Home plate umpire not buying it. 2-2. off the end of the bat, and that'll end up in left field for a base hit. So Austin Fort with 7 consecutive multi-hit games. He's at first base. And now Paul Reed will go down to second, and Caden Meyer will come up now with runners at first and second and 1 out.
For the Firebirds, number 5, Caden Meyer.
Meyer 1 for 3, 2 flyouts and an infield single. It looks like we'll get a mound visit here with 1 out in the 6th. Levingood has given up 6 hits through 5 1/3. 2 runs, just 1 earned. Carthage has put base runners on in every inning against him. They've stranded 8 through 5 so far. They have 2 on with 1 out here in the 6th. And a 9-2 game in the 6th inning. There's some action down in the Thunder bullpen. See how long the Thunder stick with Levingood. David's at 98 pitches. Season high 107 in that 7 2/3 shutout against North Central. They'll face Caden Meyer, 300 hitter. 1 for 3 today. That 1 hit squibber off the end of the bat that was bobbled by Headland, and it was questionable whether Nathan was going to get him anyway with where the ball was hit, but ruled an infield single. 2 on, 1 out in the 6th. Clegg coming in with even with the grass as Levingood drops strike 1 over. Curveball inside corner, 0-1. Xander Tubbs on deck. The 0-1. Fastball at the knees, quickly 0-2. Levingood has Meyer where he wants him. Meyer, an 8-game hit streak with his infield single today. The 0-2 from Levingood is lined over the head of Jack Gill into left center field. That'll go all the way to the wall. Scoring is Reedy. Austin Fort rounds third. He will score as well. It's a 2-run double for Caden Meyer in Carthage. Back within 5 at 9-4 on the 2-run double by Caden Meyer. That might be the end of the road for David Levingood. We'll see what happens here. And here comes Matt Husted, and that will do it for David Levingood. So he works into the 6th, put some base runners on, able to work out of most of his trouble, but he'll depart here up by 5 in the 6th. Jonah Moulton into the game for the Thunder here in the 6th inning. It's 9-4. Wheaton with the lead. David Levingood, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He's walked 4, struck out 3. He's still responsible for Meyer at second. Moulton making his 10th appearance of the season. Big strikeout pitcher numbers for the right-hander out of Corcoran, Minnesota. 15 Ks in 14 innings, and he'll face Xander Tubbs with a runner at second and 1 out in the 6th. Moulton's first pitch is a fastball, low, ball 1. Last time we saw Jonah was on the 10th against Elmhurst. Went 2 1/3 innings there, 3 hits, couple of earned runs. But those runs came at the end of his appearance. Actually looked pretty good coming in for David after 5 in that start. But fatigued in the 8th, and it was a challenging 8th inning for Wheaton in that game. They gave up 9 runs to Elmhurst in a 14-3 loss. But he went 2 scoreless before running out of steam in the 8th. It's 2-0 on Tubbs here. His last time out, he struck out the side against North Park prior to that. The 2-0 to Tubbs. Tubbs popped up on the infield. Clegg battling the wind. Will makes the catch for out number 2. Now Joe Zuleger is 0 for 3. Zuleger 2 groundouts and a strikeout against David Levingood.
Well, Katie is the second. She's the youngest girl of 7.
Jonah takes a peek at Meyer at second. And that ball's driven out to right center field, down for a base hit. That'll roll against the wall. Zuleger will replace Meyer at second. And it is 9-5.
Hey, job to do 27. Let's go. RBI time.
I'll bring up Eric Fugate with a runner at second. So that run is charged to Levingood. So the line on David is complete. 5 1/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. Walked 4, struck out 3 through 101 pitches, 57 strikes. It's a 3-run 6th for Carthage so far. It's 9-5, and Fugate's been on base 3 times today with a single and a couple of walks. First pitch down, gets through Cartwright, but Zuleger doesn't advance, and Cartwright almost takes the head off the umpire, or the umpire thinks that ball's coming towards his head. 1-0, excuse me. Fugate singled and scored in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd, walked in the 5th. Fouled back, 1-1, and the bad weather feels like it's rolling in a little bit earlier than maybe what was anticipated. Big storm clouds behind us. 1 ball, 1 strike on Fugate. Downstairs, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike now, the count. Dylan Stone on deck. 3 runs in here in the 6th for the Firebirds. 2-1. Ooh, good pitch from Moulton. Called a little low as Fugate holds off. It's 3-1. Moulton takes a peek, gets the sign, bouncing on that front foot. The 3-1 pitch from Jonah. That's in there for a strike, 3-2. Same pitch, just a little bit higher. Counts full. Lights on here at Lee Pfund, 9-5 in the 6th. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second is Joe Zuleger. The payoff pitch now from Moulton. Fastball misses outside, ball 4. 3rd time today that Fugate has walked. 8th man to hit in the inning is Dylan Stone, tying run in the on-deck circle. Stone 0 for 2. He walked and scored in the 2nd. Has a couple of groundouts since that point. First pitch from Jonah misses down. Stone 5 for his last 42 at the plate. But he's riding a 5-game hit streak. Has 1 hit in each of his last 5. Got Zuleger at second, Fugate at first. Another pitch low, a little bit below the knees, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Long hold. Now the 2-0 misses. No, called a strike. Moulton maybe caught a break there on 2-0. Called a strike at the knees, 2-1. Jonah's faced 3 batters. He's getting up a hit, a walk. Was able to get Tubbs to pop out. It's 2 on, 2 outs. A 2-1 count on Stone. Stone held up on 2-1. It's 3-1 now. AJ Gesa on deck. Potential game-tying run here in the 6th. 3 balls, 1 strike. Moulton deals, and it's called strike 2. Fastball inside part of the plate, counts full. Zuleger and Fugate will be off on this 3-2 pitch. Jonah, I mentioned big strikeout numbers this year, 15 Ks in 14 innings. Could use one right here. Freshman comes set, the payoff pitch. Grounded to third. It eats up Will. Will he have time? Throws it high, and everyone will be safe. An E5 on Clegg, his second of the game, and the tying run will come to the plate here in the 6th inning. Didn't see that coming when the inning started. Gase 0 for 3. Has home run power, has 3 home runs in his last 6 games. Second error of the game on the Thunder. Okay, so 2 flyouts and a backwards K. Moulton gets Gesa swinging over the top, 0-1. 9th man to hit in the inning. 4 hits and a walk so far this inning for Carthage. 0-1 on Gesa. Jonah drops that in there for strike 2. Good pitch, 0-2 now on Gesa.
Hey, big zone and fast hands. Come on. Come on, Ted. Go, kid. Cover it. Yeah, Ted, come on.
Moulton with the 0-2. Jonah the high set. Base is full of Firebirds. The 0-2. Fouled back. Stays 0-2. Zuleger at third. Fugate at second. Stone at first. Long top of the 6th here for the Thunder. Moulton trying to work out of this bases loaded jam. Jonah now with the 0-2. That's driven out to center. Angle in front of the 395 sign. Makes the catch right in front of the wall. For a second, looked like we might have a tie game. Instead, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Thunder up 4. Well, the raindrops have started to fall here at Lee Pfund. Thunder with a 9-5 lead, bottom of the 6th. It'll be Engel, Hedlund, and Dimitrovich against Wagner. First pitch to Braden is over, called a strike one. So a 3-run 6th. If the rains come and there's cancellation, the game is official. We're through 5.5, so we're more than halfway home. First pitch to Engel hits him. 5th Thunder batter to be plunked by a pitch here this afternoon. It's the speedy Braden Engel leading off the 6th. I'll bring up Nathan Hedlund.
Now batting number 10, Nathan Hedlund.
Nathan a double, a triple, 3 runs knocked in. Last time up he struck out looking. 9 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for Wheaton, 5-8-0 for Carthage. Squaring to Bunton, he's hit by a pitch. And he took that one off the right arm, and I think he's more scared than anything else. As back-to-back hit batters, that is 6 hit batters this afternoon by Carthage pitching. I'll bring up Dimitrovich.
Batting for the Thunder, number 28, Sean Dimitrovich.
Now Dimitrovich, Sean was hit by a pitch his last time up with the bases loaded, driving in a run. He was 0 for 2. Corners way in, expecting a bunt from the left fielder Dimitrovich. He squares, takes it low, ball 1. Sean drops it down, played there by Wagner. His play pulls the second baseman off the bag, and safe at first is Dimitrovich. Should go in the books as an E5, and the bases are loaded. John LeCue out there to talk to the umpire. And
number 3, Caleb Shower.
We're going to pinch hitter here for Ryan Cartwright. Caleb Shower will pinch hit for Ryan Cartwright. Ryan was 1 for 3 today. Bases loaded, nobody out for Shower. Caleb at 267, couple of home runs. First pitch to Caleb, swings over the top of it, 0-1. You'll have to excuse me here. We're putting our audio equipment inside a garbage bag as it's starting to rain here at Lee Pfund. So to avoid me being electrocuted, we're going to go ahead and bag this up. I think we're good. Thank you very much. And we're good. It's 0-2 on Shower. With the bases loaded, nobody out. Some light rain here at Lee Pfund. Nothing substantial as of yet. But better be safe than sorry. The 0-2 to Caleb. This is outside, 1-2. So the Thunder gave up 3 in the top of the 6th, trying to get it back here in the bottom of the inning. Engel at third, Hedlund at second, Dimitrovich at first. 2 hit batters and an error here in the inning. Shower takes it high, 2-2. Tyler Burr on deck. Tyler's been on base 4 times already. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bottom 6. Luke Wagner into his second full inning of relief. The 2-2 just low and outside. Count goes full. Looked like a really good pitch on 2-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Pitch to Shower is high ball 4. Caleb will pick up his 8th RBI of the season on a bases-loaded walk, and the Thunder score a run without picking up a hit, and the bases are still loaded with nobody out for Tyler Burr, and now things could get a little hairy for Carthage as the top of the Thunder order, which is out of a lot of success today, will come up with the bases loaded, and I think we're going to have a pitching change here with nobody out in the 6th inning. We'll see if Carthage goes to the bullpen. They will, as Luke Wagner will depart with the bases loaded. Nobody out here in the 6th inning. This is Jake Glaudell into the game for Carthage. With the bases loaded, nobody out, lefty on lefty. Glaudell making his 3rd appearance of the season. No record. He's given up 3 earned runs in an inning and a third. 3 hits, 3 walks, and he's got a tough task here. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Tyler Burr in his .390 batting average stepping in. Tyler is 1 for 1 today. He doubled. He's been hit by a pitch, walked twice, scored 3 runs. Now he's got an RBI opportunity with the bases loaded. He'll slap the first pitch out of play. 0-1. Tyler with 18 runs knocked in this season. No balls, 1 strike. Tyler looking for his 13th multi-hit game of the season. He'll look at an 0-1. High, 1-1. 5 walks, 6 hit batters by Carthage pitching today to go along with 8 hits. It's 19 base runners in 5+ innings. 1-1 to Burr. Low, 2-1. Glaudell, 6'4", 225-pound sophomore out of West Chicago. Went to St. Francis High School, which is right up the street. Burr fouls it off. It's right up the street, and it's right across the street from my house. Two balls, 2 strikes on Burr. Hedlund at third, Dimitrovich at second, Shower at first. 2-2. Inside. Ooh, looked like a good pitch. Glaudell wanted it. Bends down at the waist. That pitch had a ton of break on it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch to Burrs. Already walked twice today. The payoff. That's going to be called strike 3. And Tyler's saying that same pitch was a ball, last pitch. Now it's called a strike. I think probably the right call is Tyler may have caught a break on that last pitch, this time down on strikes. Just the 5th time all season that Tyler Burrs struck out. Normally, if he doesn't swing, it's a ball. But he's down looking here. Now bases loaded, 1 out for Chris Lynham. Chris 0 for 3 in the game. He'll take ball 1 high. He came in as a pinch hitter in the 2nd for Mason Dial. Mason was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, left the game. Lynham came in the 2nd, popped out in the 4th. He tried to lay a bunt down, reached on a fielder's choice. Last time up, he struck out, but he's up here 2-0. Thunder trying to get all those runs back that they gave up in the top of the inning. 3 scored by Carthage in the top of the 6th. Thunder have gotten 1 back here so far in the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 to Lynham. It's fouled back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jack Gill on deck, and then Will Clegg if anybody reaches. Lynham has a home run this season. 15 runs driven in. 4 doubles and a triple for the junior from Alabama, and he'll take ball 3 upstairs. A good eye by Chris. And now he's in a hitter's count here. See if he can get something to drive on 3-1 with 3 Thunder base runners on, 1 at every base. Glaudel set, the 3-1. Fouled back, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. 10-5, Thunder with the lead. The payoff to Lynham. High ball 4. Walks in another run. RBI for Chris. The Thunder are up 11-5. First walk issued by Glaudel. That run charged to Headland. Dimitrovich moves to 3rd, Shower to 2nd. Now Jack Gill already 4 for 4 with 3 runs knocked in. First pitch to Gill goes all the way to the backstop. Hustling home is Dimitrovich. He will score the 12th run of the afternoon for the Thunder on the wild pitch. Shower to 3rd, Lynham to 2nd. And the Thunder do indeed get all 3 of those runs back. It's 12-5. Now Gill with a 1-0 count. Gill 4 singles, 3 runs knocked in. Infield coming in for Carthage on the 1-0 to Gill. High 2-0. Six walks, 6 hit batters, along with 8 hits for the Thunder so far today. 20 base runners in 5 1/3 innings. A 2-0 to Gill. Misses outside, 3-0. Will Clegg on deck. Thunder have 8 hits. Gill's got 4 of them. .3-0 to Jack. In there, called strike 1, 3-1. Gill now with 15 multi-hit games this season. First base open. The 3-1 pitch to Gill is low and away. Another walk. Second walk issued by Glaudel, and the bases are loaded for Clegg. Will today, 0 for 3. He was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the 4th, drove in a run. Last time up hit the ball out to the 365 sign out in right field. The catch was made.
Hitting for
You can
Wheaton.
turn on one here. It won't take much to get it out to left. Will's power added to that wind, and I think we're going to have a new pitcher here for the righty Clegg. As Glaudel came in to face Burr and Gill. Was able to retire Tyler on the strikeout, but walked Jack Gill. And we'll see if that'll do it for Glaudel here in the 6th. And it looks like Carthage will go back to their bullpen with the bases loaded. 1 out here in the 6th inning. New pitcher for Carthage here is the righty Cole Clark, making his first collegiate appearance. The junior out of Grays Lake will face Will Clegg with the bases loaded and 1 out. And it's ball 1. No, 1 ball, no strikes on Clegg. Fastball outside, 2-0. Will today 0 for 3. Mentioned last time he flew out to right field. Comes up the bases loaded for a second time today. Came up with the bases loaded in the 4th, was hit by a pitch. Will tried to hold up. He couldn't. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on the Wheaton third baseman. And I'll skip to the backstop. Racing home is Shower with the 13th run of the game for Wheaton. Another wild pitch. We'll move Lynham to third, Gill to second, and the count moves to 3-1 on Clegg. So all 4 of those runs charged to Luke Wagner. I think 3 of them should be earned. Yep, 3 of them are earned. Now a 3-1 on Clegg with the infield in. Will skies it to the right out of play. We are at that point where we have to start talking about mercy rule here. It's an 8-run lead. The game will end after the top of the next inning if the Thunder can come out of the top of the 7th with a 10-run lead. It's 3-2 now on Clegg. Clark deals. That's punched to right down for a base hit. That will score a pair, and Will Clegg has a 3 RBI game as he drives home Lynham and Gill, making it 15-5 here in the 6th. So Will just taking the 3-2 pitch the other way, dropping it into right field for a base hit.
Number 27, Charlie Schofield.
Ninth man to hit here in the inning is Charlie Schofield. It's a 6-run sixth inning for the Thunder. They're up 15-5. First pitch to Charlie is a fastball high. Schofield 0 for 3 today with a walk. 15 runs, 9 hits for the Thunder. But they've taken advantage of some wildness by Carthage. 1-0, chopped to second. Meyer flips it to short. Austin Fort to first. The throw is a little up the line, and Schofield will beat it out for a fielder's choice. As Clegg's out on the 4-6 putout. And for a second time today, the Thunder have batted around. Tenth man to hit in the inning is Braden Engel. Braden got the inning started with a hit by pitch.
14, Braden Engel.
1 of 6 in the game for Wheaton. Braden fouls it out of play. Engel still looking for his first hit. He's walked, been hit by a pitch. Also reached on a fielder's choice. 6 runs in the inning on just 1 hit. Engel to the right, and it's 0-2. $15-5. Thunder with the lead here, bottom 6. A 4-run first, a 4-run fourth, a 6-run sixth. And it's 0-2 on Engel. Braden turns and drives it pretty well down the right field line. That ball up and over the wall in right field. It's a ground rule double to right for Braden Engel. Schofield will have to hold at third, and the hits keep coming for the Thunder as they put 2 in scoring position now with 2 outs for Nathan Hedlund. Been a good game for Nathan out of the number 7 spot. Already reached base 3 times today as a double, a triple, a hit by pitch. He's driven in 3 runs. Chance for a really big game if he can pick up Schofield and Engel here in the 6th. It's ball 1 down and away. That hit from Nathan really got the offense going here in the first inning. And the bases loaded, 2 outs in the first, and found the gap between left and center field, clearing the bases. And then his next time up, tripled to right center. He's up on the count here, 2-0. Thunder have been waiting for this offense. The offense as a whole has struggled for a couple of weeks now, so it's nice to see him break out here, take advantage of some wildness by Carthage, and put up some big crooked numbers as it's 3-0 on Hedlund. He's the 11th man to hit here in the inning. 3-0 now on Nathan. Fastball right down the middle, 3-1. Looking over at Sean Dimitrovich in the on-deck circle, who's taken a couple of steps towards home plate. He thought that was ball 4. 3-1 now on Hedlund. It's in there, called strike 2. So Clark battles back. Three balls, 2 strikes on Hedlund. The pitch. Nathan to the right. End up out of play. That hit an Acura. 3-2. Hedlund staying alive. Clark trying to put him away. Payoff. Hedlund again fouls it. This one straight back. And we'll do it again. Nathan was hit by a pitch earlier in the inning. This inning started hit by pitch, error, walk, strikeout, walk, walk. That's how this inning is gone for Wheaton this so far. Well, just 2 hits. Payoff over Hedlund's head, so Nathan walks for the first time today, reaches base for a second time this inning, and that'll bring up Sean Dimitrovich now with the bases loaded.
Number 28, Sean Dimitrovich.
Schofield at third, Engel at second, Hedlund at first. Sean tried to drop a bunt down, but it was Throw pulled the second baseman, Caden Meyer, off the bag. Ball 1 to Dimitrovic. Sean has an RBI. He was hit by a pitch and drove in a run in the 4th. The 1-0. Hits Dimitrovic in the back foot. And he's going to pick up his second hit-by-pitch RBI of the game. That is the 7th hit-by-pitch of the afternoon for Carthage. Schofield will score. Engel will move to third. Headland to second. It's a 7-run inning for the Thunder, and I think that's going to be it for Cole Clark. And it will be. Clark will go to the dugouts, and Carthage will go to their 4th pitcher of the 6th. Sean Cripps trying to finish off the 6th inning here as he'll face Caleb Shower with the bases loaded. Caleb is the 13th man to bat here in the inning. He's got Engel at third, Headland at second, Dimitrovic at first. And Shower's hit by a pitch. That's number 8. Engel scores. Headland to second, Dimitrovic to first. Eight hit batters. Now the bases are loaded for Tyler Burr. Tyler struck out looking his last time up. That run charged Cole Clark. It's 17-5 here in the 6th. Burr turns and hammers it out to straightaway center field. Back on it is Herget. That ball's off the top of the wall. It will plate 3, and Tyler Burr will hold at second with a bases clearing double. That is the exclamation point on this 6th. It is 20-5 for Burr, his second double of the game, and it clears the bases. For a second, that ball looked like it was going to leave the park, hit the very top of the wall out in center field.
Batting for the Thunder, number 47, Chris Lynam.
Now Chris Lynam. He's hit by a pitch. The 9th hit by pitch of the afternoon. Now Jack Gill. Jack's been on base 5 times today, 4 singles and a walk. This is the 16th man to bat in the inning. Gill takes strike one. Cripps, this is his 6th appearance of the season, no record. He has 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 7 2/3 innings. Against Jack Gill, who's reached 5 times. And he pops it up. That'll drift into foul territory, and it lands fair. That will, oh, they're going to say that's foul. Ooh, it looked like that bounced fair for Gill. Called a foul ball. It's 0-2 on Jack. Trying to figure out where my innings started here. Box score is getting kind of messy. No balls, 2 strikes on Gill. Burr at third. Line him at first. The 0-2, Gill goes at a pitch down around his feet. Gets a piece of it to stay alive. Another 0-2 to Gill. Jack golfs it out to right center field. Herget and Tubbs, and Herget makes the catch out in center field. It is an 11-run 6th inning. We go to the 7th. Thunder up a bunch. Changes for the Thunder as we go to the 7th. Jamin Van Grau into the game to finish this one off, hopefully. Caleb Kelly in the game behind home plate. Noah Husted in at first. So Husted at first, Kelly behind the plate, and Van Grau does the pitching here in the 7th inning. It'll be Dawson Gaynor is pinch hitting.
Dawson Gaynor.
Gaynor pinch hitting in the number 8 spot for Paul Reedy, who went 1 for 3. So David Levengood about to improve to 4-4 on the year. Van Grau will drop that pitch wide, 1-1. Hit in the air pretty well to center field. Engel races back. He's on the track. It's off the wall. And Gaynor will stop at second with a leadoff double here in the 7th.
Pinch hitting for the Firebirds, number 23.
Another pinch hitter. Christian Duarte will pinch hit. For Jimmy Herget, who went 1 for 3. Fouled back up over my head, 0-1. So this game will end after the top of this inning unless Carthage scores 6. And skied to center. Engel will make the one-hand catch for out number 1. Austin Fort clubs it to left. Dimitrovich is back, and that one is gone. Way out of here. Michael Austin Fort hits his 9th home run of the season to left. It's a 2-run shot, and it's 20-7. Austin Fort's 3rd hit of the game. His 9th home run, which leads CCIW play, and it's a 13-run game.
Batting for the Firebirds, number 5, Caden Meyer.
Now Caden Meyer is 2 for 4 with a single, a double, a couple of runs knocked in. Ball 1. 20 runs in the game, a season high for the Thunder. They've scored 17 on 3 separate occasions. It's inside, 2-0. 20 runs on 11 hits for the Thunder today. They've also been aided by 8 walks and 9 hit batters. It's chopped up the middle. Gill to his left. He'll throw, and he won't beat Caden Meyer. Just hit too softly. It's an infield hit for Meyer, his 3rd hit. I mentioned, if the Firebirds get to 11, we play on. It's 20-7 with 1 out in the 7th.
Number 37, Xander Tubbs.
Now Xander Tubbs. Jamin on the season. This is his 6th appearance. This is his first non-start. 1-2 on the year. 17 strikeouts, 8 walks in 21 innings. He's faced 4 batters so far today, giving up 3 hits. And Tubbs at the plate, who's 0 for 4. 27 runs, 22 hits, and the number 3 hitter for Carthage, 0 for 4. He was robbed of a hit in the first against Will Clegg, struck out in the second, grounded out in the fourth, popped out to Will in the sixth, and Jamin misses 2-0. An 11-run bottom of the sixth inning. Thunder sent 16 men to the plate. Fouled off the mask of Caleb Kelly. Two and 1. These teams will play a pair, hopefully tomorrow. We'll see if the weather cooperates. It's popped up on the infield. Headland calls everybody off, backs into shallow right center, makes the catch. Tubbs is 0 for 4, 2 outs in the 7th. 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock are your starts tomorrow, and then Tuesday, a single game against Illinois Wesleyan before we're back home next Friday against Carroll. Then 3 on the road, then another one at home against Illinois Wesleyan, and then we finish with U Chicago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more conference games for the Thunder. So plenty of time to get back into that upper half of the CCIW. And if the offense plays like it did today, they got a shot. Fastball high to Joe Zulegger. Zulegger 1 for 4 with a double. It is 20-7 here in the 7th. Grounded to second, backhand play by Headland, throws it to first, and the Thunder will put this one to bed as Carthage scores a couple of runs on 3 hits in the final inning. But this one ends 20-7. 20 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors for the Thunder, 7 runs, 11 hits, and an error for Carthage. The winning pitcher is David Levengood. He improves to 4-4. Brendan Roberts suffers the loss. He drops to 2-4. The game takes 2 hours and 45 minutes to play. The Thunder improved to 13-16 on the year, 6-7 in CCIW play, while Carthage drops to 11-18, 4-9. And again, these two teams slated to play 2 tomorrow north of the border up in Kenosha. That's going to do it here from Lee Pfund. Thunder win big in 7. Have a great rest of your night. God bless, and be kind to each other. Take care.